We all naturally desire connection. We want to feel chosen by the people we value. But constantly pouring your time and energy into someone who barely acknowledges your effort doesn't build a relationship, it just leaves you exhausted. In that desperation to be noticed, people make a quiet, devastating trade. They take their foundational self-respect and barter it away for tiny scraps of validation. This creates the chaser's dilemma. By relentlessly pushing for attention, you signal that your time is a surplus commodity, and humans rarely value what is free and abundant. You are signaling that you have nothing more important to do. The ancient philosopher Acharya Chanakya recognized this thousands of years ago. He observed that those who build their lives around begging for affection bleed their power and lose their individual identity. Human social dynamics operate on a cold structural truth. Society respects those who build, and it ignores those who beg. That instinct to chase harder when someone pulls away is a mechanical failure of logic. To get the connection you want, you have to reverse the polarity. You must stop pursuing and start attracting. To see how destructive this hyperfocus can be, we can look at historical records where obsession leveled entire empires. Take Ravana, an unparalleled intellectual and master of statecraft. Yet his entire structure was dismantled from the inside out by a single, unchecked infatuation. The psychology here is specific. Extreme attachment acts as a cognitive override. It shuts down your capacity for logic, neutralizes your reasoning, and forces high-level intelligence to serve a single, irrational craving. Relentlessly pursuing someone who has rejected you is a psychological surrender. It marks the moment you outsource your self-worth to an external opinion, confirming that your own assessment of your value is lower than theirs. Operating this way guarantees failure. Unchecked emotional pursuit acts as a solvent, eating away at your intellectual baseline and the structural foundations of your life. Chanakya offered a different strategy for navigating the social hierarchy, rooted in the mechanics of the natural world, the principle of the honey and the bee. In nature, honey expends no energy hunting for bees. It simply exists, holding concentrated value, and the bees naturally exert the effort to find it. This applies directly to human dynamics. Genuine attraction is dictated by your inherent capacity and the value you cultivate, not by how intensely you pursue someone. To apply this, you must initiate energy reallocation. Just as honey contains nutrients, tangible assets like a mastered skill or a stable career provide the security and competence people naturally seek out. Redirect every hour spent on the chase into these internal reservoirs. As that internal reservoir grows, it creates its own gravity. You stop reaching outward, and instead opportunities, resources, and people are pulled into your orbit. By removing yourself from the frantic pursuit of others and investing in your own capital, you secure the exact social validation you originally wanted. Except now, you hold the leverage. When you fully commit to this internal investment, you enter a specific psychological state, the sovereign mindset. Chanakya laid out a rule for anyone trying to reach this level. Your primary devotion, your first lover, cannot be another human being. It must be your singular life goal. When you anchor your existence to a massive, unshakable purpose, instead of the shifting moods of a crush, your internal architecture changes. You stop seeking permission to exist. That internal anchor translates into a visible external stillness. Driven by a distinct purpose, you project a quiet vitality and absolute confidence. People notice that stillness, and they are drawn to it. There is a reason historical texts emphasize the posture of a monarch. No matter the circumstance, an emperor never extends his hand to beg. Do not waste your hours running after anyone. Build yourself to the point where others are proud simply to walk beside you. Move with the pride of a lion. Make unassailable competence your primary weapon, and the rest will follow.